Hello, Derek here. So, this assignment for this week is we have to come up with three story ideas. And of course, my niche is the paranormal. I've been doing that since about 2010 to 2011. Somebody walking up to my door. Anyway, so the three story articles that I've come up with is one, do ghost apps work? This is a question I'm asked all the time, especially through Facebook. Which is the best ghost app, to use or whatever? And many people will say none of them. None of them work. Well, I was out just messing around, kind of, I know, weird, but in a graveyard. And I was using the app on my phone, and it was actually calling certain graves out by name. It was weird. In addition to that, a buddy of mine, when I took him to the Washoe Club, he was using the app, and that's how I found out about it. He got some relevant information as well. So it's kind of something I want to look into for my own curiosity, to satisfy that, but also so I can give an answer to other people. Who would I ask during an interview? One would be Kevin Pulowski, with his experience, or if he's even used it, or maybe I can entice him to use the app. He is the lead investigator of the Oregon Paranormal Society, located, or based in Salem, Oregon, about 20 minutes away from me, and I'm a part of that group too. So the other persons, because it's asking for two people, like a backup interviewee, I guess. So the other person would actually be my wife, who's a skeptic. So she's seen what I had to provide, and she's not a full believer. She thinks it's GPS based, and maybe there's a word database that recognize certain words that you're asking or saying, and then it spits out the relevant response that way. I don't think that, since it's a free app, I don't think that the developer would have gone that far to put all those little quirks in it, but I could be wrong. So there's that. That is story number one. Story number two is there's two buildings here in Silverton that have claims of being haunted. Sorry. So one claim is at a coffee shop. It's at the Adolph Wolf House in downtown historic Silverton. And the claims for that, there's an old man sitting on the second floor who walks around through the window. Also, cold spots within the cafe, and also people hear phantom voices. So, people I'd interview for that would be the shop owner and maybe some patrons. But also, the Silverton Historic Society. There's a lady, I'm not sure her name right now. I met her before, I've interviewed with her before. But there's a lady downtown, she works next to the library, who's the town historian. And then third, there's a place called the McLean House. It's also located in the historian, however you say that, the historic district, there you go. And again, I would interview the lady at the I can't talk right now, Historical Society, and also the owner of the house, who now has a bed and breakfast there. So there's 2 king suites, and you can rent them out. So I'm not sure the claim there. It just, I put in haunted locations in Silverton, and in the Google search, the McLean House popped up. So that's something else that I'm going to look more into. So we'll see how this goes. But for sure, the ghost hunting app, because that is one that people are always asking about. And then the coffee house, and then finally the bread and breakfast. So anyway, I'm Derek. I'm just spitting off ideas, kind of recording or documenting my thoughts. So yeah, that's what they are.